And we live. FRIDEAS!
What?
I'm here with O 07 Syph. I'm Exposed Toxic. And my mic adjusted here. I don't like the way that looks.
He needs bitch.
But yo, how you been, bro? If y'all don't know, Syph is a host of this FRIDEAS too, but based off of scheduling, Syph just isn't around most of the time when me and Sharez are filming. But y'all gotta get used to seeing my Egyptian brother.
My Egyptian brother, wallahi, salamu alaikum.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah, I just said, no, I'm just kidding. No, I've been good, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Where?
Trying to fucking lock in this year, man.
Where? What you locking in the closet?
Yo, chill, bro, chill. What the fuck, man? This is how we starting.
It was an opportunity I had to strike.
This how we starting, man.
I had to strike.
Taking
but
shots like that.
On a real topic, I wanna background. I know that you go by 07 Syph, and that symbolizes the year that you came here to America.
Yep.
From Egypt. So I don't know if your answers will be anything that, because I'm very ignorant to out of I guess foreign cultures.
Got you.
So I don't know if what I'm gonna say you'll be able to relate to me or vice versa. But I want to just ask you, what is like 3 nostalgic things that you remember as a child, item wise? So like for example, for me, I don't know if you were here around this time, but when we were little kids, they had these ketchups that were like colored. There was a green ketchup, there was a purple ketchup, and then there was just a normal red ketchup, and it was it was a collab, I think, with Crayola. I think that's what it was.
Oh damn!
And it was like a '90s type of vibe. We were all born in '98. Sharez born in '96, but yeah, that's one of them. Another one is you can still find these if you really look for them, but they were called Wonder Balls. And it was a hollow chocolate ball. Came in a box. And inside the ball, when you finally broke through or you bit through the hollow ball, there was like hard, like Smarties candy in it that had like a theme of like whatever cartoon the Wonder Ball was themed around. And then another one for me would be, what was it called? Zoo Pals. The little plates that were like animals. You know what I'm talking about? Like there was a koala, a monkey, a zebra, a hippo. You know, I remember the rhythm on the commercial was like zoo pals. So like, I'm just more like, as far as like that world, what is like 3 things that come to your mind when you think of like childhood that like?
So we talking mostly like snacks and food and
just anything that like that's just the main ones that came to my head at that time. But like it could be snacks, foods, it could be an item.
Yeah.
Like anything.
For me, first thing that comes to mind probably like old McDonald's, like the Happy Meal. Just like, especially like living in Egypt back in the day, bro, that McDonald's was like banging compared to over here. Because, you know, they ain't got that GMOs and shit. But then like, just like that old nostalgic fucking like setting in McDonald's. I feel like that was fire as a kid. And then we used to have these old like Coca-Cola popsicles in Egypt. Those are fucking fire. It's like a summertime. It's just like one of those memories.
Is that like the root beer ones that they sell nowadays? Have you ever seen those?
Nah.
Or they sell like root beer ones now in stores still to this day, but I haven't seen the Coca-Cola ones, but I've seen the root beer ones. They're like, you can find them in like your local grocery store.
That's fire. Yeah, and then I think of something else, man. Might be like old Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Like that shit was just
all right,
fire.
so we'll dive into that. Name your top 3 old Cartoon Network shows.
Damn, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If you know, you're my friend, so you know I'm bad with names.
Yeah, no, I'll help you.
But let's start with like Ed, and Eddie.
Okay, yeah.
Pinky and the Brain.
Okay. Boy, Pinky and the Brain was Nickelodeon, I believe.
Nah. Trust me.
Am I tripping?
I
gotta Google this, bro.
Yo, the reason I know this is because Nickelodeon was almost like banned in the Middle East.
Okay, you might be right, but I gotta confirm for myself.
Pinky and the Brain.
Pinky and the Brain. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro.
Hold up. Bro, that shit Cartoon Network to the...
It doesn't tell me. Hold on. I'm pretty Maybe
Warner Brothers, bro. Warner Brother, man.
It is Warner Brother. It is, but Warner Brothers was owned by
Cartoon Network, man. Come on, man. I'm trying to think of other cartoons while you looking at that shit.
I guess it was. All right, yeah, you're right. It is Cartoon Network. I'm tripping.
Yeah, man. Fucking GOAT Cartoon Network, man.
Wait.
You gonna cut this out, right?
No, I'm not cutting that out. I'm not cutting that out.
Oh, all right.
But no, so like, okay, so originally it wasn't Cartoon Network, but they aired 3 episodes that weren't Cartoon Network, and then after that, Cartoon Network bought Warner Brothers. But it still technically is Cartoon Network, so we're just gonna run with that. But all right, what's your third? Ed, Edd n Eddy, Pinky and the Brain.
And these are, I'm not gonna say these are my favorite. These are just the ones I can remember.
Yeah.
Think of a third one.
Shit, I could go crazy on this.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of a third. I ain't gonna lie.
I could go wild on it.
Go ahead.
I can name 5.
Pop off, man.
My number 1, for me, Powerpuff Girls.
Okay, I respect that.
Number 2, Ed, Edd n Eddy. Number 3, Billy and Mandy and the Grim Reaper's Adventures, or whatever it was called, of Billy and Mandy.
Word.
Number 4 would be The Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Got you.
And number 5 would be A Smooth. Ooh, I'm thinking of Courage. I gotta go with Courage. Courage, Cowardly Dog.
Oh, word. That's fire.
Yep.
Fire.
Yep.
They had the fucking hits back in the day.
Facts. They're all kind of booty now.
Yeah, I be thinking, man, what do these kids be watching? Just like YouTube?
Yeah, bro. One day when I have kids, like the next 5 to 10 years that time comes in my life.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna let them watch the current stuff.
Damn.
We're going straight back. I'm gonna load up freaking the streaming services, and I'm gonna just, because in their minds they're gonna think that's TV. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not gonna know. Because I'm probably not gonna have cable, because most people don't got cable nowadays. So to them that's gonna be TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just put them onto that gas. Put them onto that old stuff. You know.
That heat, man.
Yes.
That heat.
Yep. Because bro, when I was a kid, in my mind, I thought that Scooby-Doo was a current television show, like a current cartoon. I didn't realize until probably I was about 19 that when I finally found it on streaming services, that show was made in 1969.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's like, damn.
That show that I was watching every single day, like I'm pretty sure it was every Sunday morning on Boomerang.
Got you.
Yeah, and I thought it was a relevant cartoon show that was made.
Yeah.
Like in my time as in the early 2000s, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
but that's the type of stuff that my parents had me watching, and I appreciate that, because or like He-Man, or like Thundercats. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
I don't know about them.
Yeah, stuff like that.
That's them classics, man. When something a classic, it can just last forever. Like
facts
for generations, man. But this makes me like adding on to the nostalgia shit, man. Something that gets me nostalgic and has been popping back in my world a lot is the early 2000s / like mid 2000s WWE.
Oh, yep.
That's like a big part of my childhood, man. Like John Cena, Jeff Hardy,
The
Edge.
That was the best, bro. I had this conversation with somebody recently. I don't remember who it was, but it might have been you. I don't remember who it was, but I was just saying how like we were so blessed to grow up in the era we did, because I truly, and I know this sounds a little biased, and I'm sure that other people will agree in their own ways, but I feel like our era was the best era to grow up in. As far as like being born in the late 90s, like to mid to late 90s, and then being able to experience the world growing into what it is now. You know what I'm saying? Like that is something that like nobody's gonna get anymore.
Nah, I feel you, man, because we had a little bit of technology as kids, but we were still outside.
Yep.
Like having a phone was still kind of a luxury till like I want to say high school. Like we were still in that era where like you went to someone's house.
Yep.
and like knocked on their door, or you
Yup.
pulled up to your friend's house and you seen the bikes outside, you're like, oh, that's where people at. Like,
Yup, or you had a house phone and
Yeah.
because your friends would call your house phone and call your parents and be like, "Is so and so home?"
yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah, yeah,
they'd be like, "Hey, the so and so's on the phone. Come down, da da da."
yeah,
And you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Hello."
Yeah, nah, real
You feel
shit,
me?
real shit, man.
And they're like, "Hey, bro, I was just wondering if you want to sleep over at my house." All right, yeah, let me ask my mom. Well, how about you ask my mom? She'll say yes to me before she'll say
Yeah.
yes to you.
Nah,
You feel
real
me?
shit, man.
That's how it was, bro.
Yeah, no, I'd be super thankful.
And like nowadays, not no, there is something wrong with it. I just don't want to. I'm not gonna get too much in deep with it because I'm not a parent right now, and I also just don't want to offend anybody who is a parent and does these actions I'm about to say. But I just feel like it, like in the current generation we are and world that we're headed towards, like we take away from the current children's lives by kind of like blowing off their attention that they need and just handing them technology. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like parents of our age and like the generation before us, as in like the 30-year-olds and stuff like that, they're just so quick to, buy iPads and be like, "Hey, stop bothering me. I want to
Yeah,
do my own
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Here's
yeah.
an iPad."
Facts.
And like I just feel like you should be encouraging your child or children to do something active. Like when I was in my parents' hair, I just remember my parents were like, "Go see if so and so's home," or like, "Go outside and play," or stuff like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like stuff like that.
I feel you, man. And a lot of people, including myself, this song I've been trying to practice lately is being okay with being bored.
Yep.
Like, I feel like it's such a fear in society to just like sit and just chill.
Yep.
That's why it's like, yo, like parents, like, these like new parents, some of them, not all of them, but yeah, like they see their kids are like giving them trouble, blah, blah, blah. They give them just their iPad. They're eating, they're sitting on their iPad, they're in the car, they're on their iPad. Like, people just don't like, and it kind of scares me for like the future of these kids because they won't know how to just sit and just like appreciate the moment, bro.
Yep. Yeah, no, I agree with you because the definition of being bored now was a different definition of being bored when we were children.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Because like being bored now, you have the ability to do anything that you want. Like when back then, being bored could have been like, I'm just staring at the ceiling because my favorite show's not on.
Yeah.
My friends aren't home. It's raining outside. My parents aren't home.
Yup.
I don't got no video game system.
Yeah.
All I got is a coloring book and my toys.
But that's where the imagination kick in because
Yeah.
you can have a whole universe with your toys. You'd be like,
Facts,
yo, that's
bro.
a character. That's a character.
No lie. I was just telling my girl's parents about this. Like, what I used to do when I was a kid is like I didn't have a lot of friends when I was a kid. I lived in a city, and my parents didn't always feel comfortable with me going out and traveling the city as a 7-year-old boy. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. So what I used to do is I used to have RC cars. I used to have Nerf guns, and then I would have like props that I bought at like Five Below or the dollar store of like badges and sunglasses. And I was acting like I was a spy. And what I would do is I would take my blankets and I would sit them on the kitchen table, but drape them over so you can't see under the kitchen table. And then I would make my fort under the kitchen table, and I would have like a walkie-talkie, and I would turn it on. I would tape it to the top of the RC car, and I would like spy on my parents to see what they were doing with the day. And then I would drive it back. I had a little notebook and I'd write it down. I would be like, Subject A is sitting on the couch watching NASCAR right now.
And
I remember when I was a little kid, I was like, I'm gonna be a spy when I grow up. I'm gonna be a detective.
Oh, word, yeah, bro. Shit.
And then I would like, and then when I realized what Subject A was doing, which was my mom watching sports or whatever at that time, right? I would roll around on the floor and like try to creep around, and I would like press myself up against the back of the couch like this with the Nerf gun, and I'd be like freeze and stuff like that.
Damn.
And my parents would just be like, "What are you doing?" And I'll be like, "Abort!" And then I'll just run back to the fort. But I was literally playing by myself.
Yeah, man.
Feel me?
That imagination.
But in my mind, I was like, I'm a spy. I'm working for the government right now.
Yeah, nah, real
you know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
But like, I want my future children to be able to experience that. I want to be able to hand my children a box and be like, "Here's a box. Create something out of it."
Yeah.
Because like when I had a big ass box that I could fit in as a child, I was like, "Oh my god, I can make this into a house, a kitchen, a spaceship, a car."
Real shit, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like anything.
Yo, that's like that SpongeBob episode when Patrick and SpongeBob were like in that TV box or whatever.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And like they had a whole world going on.
Yep.
And then Squidward's fucking just unimaginative motherfucker came in and was like, what the hell y'all doing? Like he just couldn't get it. And I feel like that episode, I might go back to that. It's just a good representation of imagination and no imagination.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can create a whole world in a small room. For example, like using that today is like we just sitting in here. We made some content. We're making a podcast.
Yeah.
You made a hook earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just a room. Like somebody else can be in this room.
Yep.
And can be like, I don't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do. I'm in this town. I'm in this small town.
Mm-hmm.
Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? It's like you
As you say that though, that makes me realize a lot of things about myself. Is like my parents allowing me to have that imagination when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Made me be able to create anything out of an empty room.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's still my imagination. You know
Facts,
what I'm saying?
Facts,
like my imagination hasn't aged since I've gotten older. I still have that childlike imagination.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what makes me such a great creative person overall. But yeah, that's just a different topic. But you saying that opened my eyes to that. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I was looking around and I was like, I've been in other people's setups or other people's rooms, and I'm like, I haven't quite seen anything that like ever comes close to looking. Not that it's degrading. I'm not degrading somebody else's space. I'm just saying I haven't ever stepped into a room that looks like something that I would do.
Yeah. That's a bar, man.
Yeah.
That's a whole album name right there. Rooms.
Yeah.
Different rooms.
Rooms. Rooms.
Every fucking song is a different room, a different world, a different scenario where someone lives.
Yeah, that's hard.
But just like coming back to that, I think that's why sometimes people in the struggle tend to be more artistic and more creative and can do more with less, because I think that early childhood is where a lot of those tools get built, like having nothing and just finding something. Like
it's funny because like going back to what I was saying with the spy thing. I was just telling my lady this 2 days ago. We were driving down this street in our town that my mom used to work on that street. So I have memories of my dad going to pick up my mom and having me and my sister in the back seat.
Word.
And there was two things I used to do on a car ride, because as a child, a 15-minute car ride seemed like it was an hour to me.
Oh, you know I already know what you're about to say.
And what I used to do is I had two things I used to do. My dad used to listen to a lot of like Nirvana or stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Or like just hip hop overall. So whatever song he was listening to, I acted like I was playing one of the instruments.
Oh, okay.
And then I would just like picture, and I'd be like, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Yeah. And then another one I had was like, I would look at the cars beside me, and I would be like, I'd be like, and then I'll look at my sister, and I'd be like, hit the nitrous. And I would like push myself back. You know how they do it? Like they'd be like this in the movies. They'd be like, You know what I'm saying? Like I used to do that. My dad used to be like, what the hell are you doing? And I'm like, we gotta pass him. We're racing. Or what I also used to do on the PSSAs, bro, because I hated tests. So you'll appreciate this one because we just talked about it. What I used to do on the PSSAs, bros, is remember it was A, B, C, D, E, F on the PSSAs. And for anybody that's not in Pennsylvania, it's a state exam that you have to take in grade school all the way up until high school. But what I used to do is if after a while I got bored with the test because I had ADHD, I would just look at the letters and then I'd be like, okay, so what I used to do is like A used to be Kurt Angle, B used to be Batista, C used to be John Cena, D at that time was D-Generation X, E was Edge, and F, I don't remember who I put as F, but I used to just be like, and John Cena. I used to like fill out C, and I'd be like, and John Cena's on the lead now, and I'd be like, all right, the next one is Kurt Angle, and that's how I would fill out my test. And then when the teacher give it back to me, she'd be like, this is a fail, and I'll be like, yeah, but John Cena won or something. That's how I used to do it. Man. I remember I did that in third grade, bro. That shit was a classic, but yeah.
Yeah, man, you just gotta, sometimes limitations are a blessing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, when you were talking about the cars, I thought you were going to say you used to play the Running Man game.
Oh, yeah, I still do that as an adult. Word. Yep, I still do that. You talking about where you, like, out the window and then you, like, jump out and it goes,
Yeah, well, what I was thinking is like when I used to be in the car back in the day, I used to look at like the side and imagine there's like a running man, and I would imagine him like parkouring over like cars.
Oh, I've done
like
that
signs.
a few times. I've done that a few
Yeah,
times.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's that shit,
Yeah, bro.
man.
Going back, like I don't want to extend this episode too long, but that reminded me. I used to watch something that was called Video Nows, and I used to have a Walkman, and then I used to have a Video Now. You know what a Video Now is?
I don't know what Video Now, but I know
Video
the Walkman.
Now. So imagine a Walkman, but for movies.
Okay, yeah, I know
That
what
was
you're
a
talking
Video
about. Yeah,
Now.
like a DVD player almost.
Exactly. It was
Got
a
you.
DVD player, but it had a screen in it.
Got you.
You just,
yeah.
You just
Oh,
open it up,
yeah.
pop it. Have
Yeah.
you ever had one of those?
Nah.
It was called a Video Now, and I remember I used to watch. I don't remember what the song was, but it was a song. It was a music video that I had by Simple Plan. And I remember they were on the roof. I don't remember what song it is. Maybe if I do remember, I'll drop the link down below in the comments.
Oh, my fault.
I think it was like Krypton. I don't want to say it because the Kryptonite is 3 Doors Down. I don't remember.
Is it that one that sad ass song that goes?
It is a sad song. I remember.
I
don't remember, bro.
Oh,
Don't.
man.
But if
Wake me up.
No.
And like that bitch was about to fall off the roof. And
No.
shit.
That's I forget what that band's called, but that's not Simple Plan. Simple Plan was like a borderline emo. It wasn't emo, but it was like a borderline like sad boy band type of thing. I had a music video for that, and then I had the Future SpongeBob episode.
Oh,
where he's like,
word.
Future, and I just rewatched it over and over again. I had that and some other thing. I think it was like one Yu-Gi-Oh episode.
Damn.
But yeah, Video Now popped
That's
in my
fire.
head too.
That's fire.
Yep.
You saying that, I just brought a few like another memories that came back to me when I first moved to the States.
Yeah.
Almost like every day when I would come home from school, I'd like hop on like the family computer.
Yep.
Fucking miniclip.com. Doing fucking Farmville, Yoville.
Yeah, bro. Yoville.
Yoville is the shit, bro.
Yoville. I used to go hard on that.
Real shit,
or
bro.
you ever do IMVU?
I
did.
What's that?
IMVU was like it was like an avatar thing, but it was like a place that children definitely shouldn't have been on.
Got you.
But I was on it. You could like do anything on there for real.
Damn.
Yeah, it was like a Sims, but without limitations.
Yeah, that's crazy. Remember that Is it Papa Tropica?
Yes, bro. That's what I was
fire.
just trying to think of too.
Papa Tropica.
Yeah, that was hard.
That shit was nostalgic.
That was hard, bro.
That's like 4th, 5th grade coming back from school, hopping on that shit.
Yep.
Just getting lost in the fucking that was like the start of like the internet world.
Yep.
For us. I know like
did you ever play the pinball game that was on like Windows computers?
Oh hell yeah, bro.
Yeah,
hell
I used to go
That's
hard
like
on that or Minesweeper.
Yeah.
I used to go hard on that. They don't even got that, bro. You can't even buy a Windows. That doesn't exist anymore.
Damn, that's crazy.
Those two things don't exist anymore, bro.
Yeah, and Solitaire too.
But this is the last thing. This is the last thing that I will say is I remember I was huge into Yu-Gi-Oh. I had a dual disc. I had a Yu-Gi-Oh based party. Birthday party. I think it's when I turned 7 or 8, and I had the whole dual disc. Now, if you ever seen Yu-Gi-Oh,
I know. I know what you're talking about.
It's like literally like huge.
Yeah.
And I remember on the invitation, my mom sent it out to them. I was like, you gotta tell them to bring their duels, like their deck. And they gotta bring their dual blaster, and they gotta be ready to duel me at the door.
Oh damn, bro!
I was like,
standing on business.
And I was like, if they lose, their mom gotta take them home.
Damn, bro.
and when my best friend as a child, his name was Alex. He came with his dual thing.
Gotcha.
And when I saw him walk in, he walked in like he was like real like the enemy of like a villain
business.
type of thing. And then I
yeah.
walked up to him and I was like. And then I clicked the button and they like smacked around and I was like, it's time to duel. And then I slid my deck in and then it made a sound where it like locked in. And then we sat there and did like a 10-minute duel.
Dang, that's crazy.
I don't remember who won, but I do remember he was at my birthday party, so maybe he won.
That's fire, bro. I loved Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid, but it's funny.
Still love Yu-Gi-Oh. I still watch it. I watch it. Like, this is a fun fact about Exposed Toxic. I watch Yu-Gi-Oh's first 2 seasons at least once a year.
Damn.
Because I like doing stuff like that because it's a reminder to me of like who I really am and like I don't want that side of me to ever die. You know what I'm saying? Not that I don't think it would ever die, but like it's like a high. It's like a drug.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yo, one thing I love about Yu-Gi-Oh, Tano, like I'm meant to be an artist in a way is I never really understood Yu-Gi-Oh.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was a kid, I used to just collect them because they look cool as fuck.
Yeah,
like, yeah, real
that's how it
shit.
was
Like,
about Pokemon, bro.
Yeah,
I didn't
like,
understand Pokemon until like the last like probably like 10 years.
Yeah.
But I have like
Just look
over
fire.
like 500 Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, man.
yeah, bro. But
Nostalgia.
yeah, bro. But this episode was a little long, so we're not gonna bother doing the brackets on this one. But yeah, we're gonna come back next Friday with another episode, another topic. It'll probably be Shalrez and O7 Syph on the next one. So we'll see you then. It's been Exposed Toxic here with O7 Syph.
Oh, my fault.
No, you cool. You cool. And thank you for tuning in. And let us know down in the comments what is some nostalgic things that you remember from your childhood, even if it's, you know, a different generation than us and we might not remember it, or maybe we were never introduced to it. So let us know down below and we'll see you next Friday. Peace out.
Gang.